everybody, today I come to you with another hair video. I probably haven't made one of these in a few years. If you're confused about how I look now versus how I look over there, that was because I actually filmed the hair video and trim 4 months and 12 pounds ago. The only reason that I'm mentioning this at all is because I would like to make a video in the future on why I deliberately gained some weight back after my wedding for the sake of my hormone health, and that also ties into the health of my skin and hair as well. So that is why I look different, but this is about my hair, so let us get started here. So right before I started filming this, I had shampooed my hair, did a vinegar rinse, and I conditioned it so it's dripping wet. And what I do is I take a microfiber towel, not a regular terry cloth towel. I tried the t-shirt thing, but it wasn't very absorbent and I have a lot of hair. So I like the microfiber towel. And instead of rubbing, I just wrap it around my hair. I fold in the ends because the towel isn't really long enough. And I do a little squish squish. But a lot of the time I will simply wrap it around like a burrito and just leave it there for maybe 10 minutes to get the excess water out. Now, for the sake of brevity, I am simply squeezing. So you will notice as this video goes forward that the ends of my hair dry very fast. It's because the older my hair is and the closer it is to the tip, the more porous my hair is and the more susceptible it is to getting very dry and crispy. So in this video, I'm just going to show a couple of the updated products I use, not everything. I'll make a different video with my updated regimen, although I have been struggling with that for a while because with this new city I'm living in, the water is extremely hard where I live, and so I have to do a vinegar rinse at least once a month, whereas I could probably get away with only doing it once or twice a year where I lived before. So different water situation has been wreaking havoc on my hair, but anyways, let's go forward. So I did the vinegar rinse to get that sort of lime scale cast off of my hair, and is going to look a little bit upset with me because all the cones are out and everything. So I've done some experimenting with my hair. My hair personally prefers the order cream, oil, and then silicone. If you're not a silicone abuser, good for you, but the very porous ends of my hair really need it. So if I do not use it, it will break. So I have shorter hair without the cones, and so I use the cones. So anyways, before I use the cream or the conditioner, and then here is 100% argan oil. My hair adores argan oil and just slurps it right up, followed by olive oil. It's not terribly heavy with jojoba or coconut, but good Lord, my hair loves argan oil as long as it's 100% pure argan oil and not like products with argan oil in it. So I'm applying it mostly to the bottom half of my hair, concentrating on the ends. I sort of apply it like praying hands, but my hair is longer than my arms, so I do my best. And I detangle here with my Tangle Teaser, same one that I've had for about 10 years. It doesn't go bad, like the best 15 bucks I've ever spent. And you can see that the ends of my hair are already bone dry, so those are gonna go soon. They're gonna go by. Any residue I have left over on my hands, I distribute it to my hair above my shoulders, but by and large, the majority of my leave-in product is just from the shoulders down. Okay, so let's measure, and I actually bought an extra long 90-inch tape measure, primarily for sewing, but it also comes in handy when measuring my hair as well. So I measure using the long hair community or LHC method, which starts from the front of the hairline, over the crown, and then drop it straight down because that is typically how I cut my hair as well. So anyways, this is always easier with another person, but my roommates and I socially distance from one another, so I'm going at it alone. And the first time it's coming in at around, it's coming in around 63 inches. And then I measure it twice just to make sure. Yay. I did have bangs, they're about hip bone length now. They weren't particularly thick, so I measure from the front of my hairline and not like where my bangs stopped. Okay, So now I'm probably going to trim and take off a good, probably 8 inches. The ends are so thin, it's probably close to my terminal length at the upper calves, but it is just so wispy. It kind of dissolves to nothing. So even taking off like 6 or 8 inches will have a negligible effect on how long my hair will look. So I'm sacrificing some length for a bit more thickness, a little bit more of like blunt ends here, and it's gonna look a lot better, just believe me. So I'm using the same CreaClip knockoff that I reviewed before. I still have it because I don't believe in throwing things into the landfill. I still use it anytime I need to trim my own hair, although I do wish that I had supported the original inventor. So this is not the original, it is the knockoff. I will put links to both down below so that you can see the difference in the quality and whatnot. So you can see that I'm clipping it, I'm pulling it down, making sure it's even. I can't really see what I'm doing, but at least I can make it parallel to my hip bones. And then parallel to the bottom of my butt. And I'm looking in the mirror to make sure that my shoulders are level as well, as my hands guide the clip down as far as I can possibly reach. And this is where it starts getting a little bit thinner. So I detangle the ends, and that's why it looks abysmally dry now. Like I said, this is what the vinegar rinse looks like at first, and then after another few washes, it starts to look a little bit better. But right now I'm attaching the smaller CreaClip, the one meant for bangs originally. I'm butting it up to the bigger one because it holds the hair a little bit tighter, so it's better at trimming like thinner hair, like smaller volume of hair basically. And so that blue one, I'm pulling it down to the back of my knees until it's just at the point where before it starts to lose its grip, where my hair just really turns to wisps. And you can see that anything that's left over just looks kind of just bad. So I use my hair shears, not my sewing shears, not my craft scissors. I have real hair shears, and I just cut off the excess. Yay, that's it. I do have the garbage pail out of frame. I'm not just like putting it onto the floor or anything. But yeah, it's probably, I should have probably taken off a little bit more, but you can see how much thicker my hair looks already and how much more blunt. So I haven't sacrificed that much length. So I check in the mirror and I try to take some photos of myself in the mirror to make sure that it looks straight-ish and is not going on any angles. And I decide that the ends could be a little bit more cleaned up. So I grab it and pull it into a ponytail, pull it carefully to one side, being careful not to place any tension on it so I don't create any angles. This is basically the hair cutting method, that I used back in like 2010, 2011, before I had the CreaClip. And I'm just cleaning up any hairs that are drastically longer. And now that my hair is more blunt, I am going to try and trim it a little bit more often and try to keep that bluntness and keep it looking a lot healthier, as opposed to trying to hit terminal length again and again and being horribly disappointed in how it just tapers to nothing. So I'm measuring a second time now. This time my hair is more dry, so it bounced up a bit. I would guess that I took off about 6 inches of my hair, and so obviously it's going to be shorter for that reason, but also with my hair bouncing up now that it's dry, because the hair stretches a bit when it's wet, it's probably going to take off like another 2 inches or so. So it's measuring in at 54 inches. So yeah, that's an 8-inch difference. Now I'd say 6 inches because of the trim and another 2 inches because my hair is dry now. So, and that's pretty much it. So that's with no styling products, no combs yet, no smoke and mirrors, no blow dryer, no flat iron. This is natural. I was actually heat free for about 1.5 years prior to my wedding day. So yeah, that's my hair texture again. Oh, okay. Apparently I'm turning off the camera now. So that's the end. Okay, bye.